everyone, welcome to my shop. My name is Steve. Today I've got a little project I'd like to talk to you about, and there might be some interest out there, I don't know, but I have a bandsaw, metal cutting bandsaw, a Grob, I think it's called, G-R-O-B, Grob, I don't know. And it says they're from Grafton, Wisconsin. When I got this machine, it came with a welder built in. So I thought today what I would do is show you how to weld a bandsaw blade. What they would do, this actually came out of a tool and die shop, and back in the day before plasma cutters and what have you, they had a big block of steel that they needed to cut out the middle. What they could do is drill a hole through the middle of the block that they wanted to make bigger, and then set it up here on the bandsaw, stick a blade through the hole, weld it together, and then put the blade on the machine, cut out the part that they had going through the hole, and then break the blade again and take it apart. And that way they didn't have to cut from the outside to get to the inside. So that was kind of the workaround before plasma cutters came along. But we're talking 2-3 inch thick stock here, I believe, is what they were using for a lot of those punch presses and dies that they would make for automotive and industrial purposes. So without further ado, let's get on to the welding. The blades are 12 foot long, so I've got to measure out a piece of 12 foot material so we can weld it together. All right, this is a 100-foot roll of bandsaw blade coil stock, it says. 3/8 width. There's the teeth per inch. Well, anyway, this is, I guess I can always count them. So 12 foot. Actually, all the way down to that line, and then it comes this way here. Oh, yeah. Right there. So, all right. It's pretty good right there. And then take you over here. And right there on the floor, I've got my 12-foot mark on the floor, so I can just come over here and mark my blade, and then we'll proceed to the chop off tool. Yeah. All right, now I'm in front of the bandsaw welder. And I have to raise this lever up, and the blade's going to go right in through there. So, bring that over here. And you see it right there, but there's the mark. And we just want to put it up against this straight edge right there and chop it off. So we're right on our mark. And once we got this cut off, we'll have to first want to make sure our ends are nice and square. So I'll bring it up here and take a look at them. So I want to lay them together. They look pretty good. And the tooth looks pretty good. So, put the, kind of hard to work with you guys right over my shoulder here, so I'm going to try and move you in here a little bit. There you go. And we have to fish this in here. First thing we have to do is take you loose, and I'll bring you down here and show you on this dial face here. This is where all the tedious setup goes. So we want to set this to where it says clamp. And we have wood blades and metal blades. And the eyes are so bad, I can't. Metal blades are there, so we're right on there. So what that did was that moved these jaws up here to the proper position for loading. So let me see. So it really doesn't matter which one we put in first, but I'm just going to lay this here over the top and bring this in. Now there's a little stop here and a little stop there, and I want to get the blade about halfway in the gap. At the same time, I want to hold the blade tight against these two stops there. Then this arm closes and locks the blade in place. I'm going to bring this one in over the top, and we'll bring it down and in, so it's just touching those stops again. And down just a little more, right about like that. Now there's just a little bit of an air gap there between the two. I'm going to bring this one up just a tiny bit more. There we go, like that. And then bring this one down the rest of the way. Oop. Now I screwed myself up there, didn't I? Screwed the pooch. All right, let's see if I can bring that up again. Now, this is about the hardest part of the whole deal right here. Getting this blade in line. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm liking that. Now, next thing we want to do is set the tension on this wheel. So I'm going to screw this over. I can't see my little guys. Won't let me see much anymore. Okay. Now we're going to turn this over to 3/8, which is the thickness of our blade. All right. And then next, there's positions here. This only turns one direction, which is clockwise. This is off. Over to high, and it's pretty close. It's a kind of a question whether I want to leave it on high. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put it on medium, and we'll try it on medium this time. So the sparks should start to fly here. Let's see if we got you where you can see what's going to happen next here. Which is right there. Yep. Okay, good. Here we go. All right. So you saw that. Now, the next thing we have to do is anneal it. So I'm going to loosen this clamp here, and I'll turn this over here to where it says anneal. And we'll loosen this clamp, and I'll let this down about in the middle. So our blade is kind of sandwiched in the middle. Now I'm going to move my power dial over to low. And what we want to do now is just heat up the blade till it glows. So let me get you where you can see that good. Hopefully we're good here. Pretty sure you can see that. Where are we at? Yeah, right there. Good. All right, very nice. So now I'm just going to press the heat button here. And see it? See it getting, there's the tiny bit. There we go. And that should have done it. So now, instead of it being brittle at the weld joint, it should be real flexible. But what we've got here is the metal, when it welded it together, it pushed it together and forced the two ends together, and so now we got slag here on both sides. So now the next step, I'll take, all right, get this out of the way. We'll put this blade in this little holder right here. I'm just gonna force it up on top of that right there. And these little arms lock the blade in place. And I'm gonna need some light here to see what the hell I'm doing. Knock off with a file. Some guys will use a Dremel or some other tool. Okay. That feels pretty good. Okay. Take it out of there. And we'll flip it around. So it's the other way. There we go. So now I've got it the other way. And again, we're going to slide that blade in there like so. There we go. Yep. Helps to get it in the grooves. And you know what? I think we can turn this blade around the other way. Okay. I want the teeth to hang out a little bit, like so. There we go. I like that. Okay. Yeah. All right, so now we've got both sides filed, and the back, I gotta try and get the back a little bit here. A little bit of stick out on the back here. There we go. Now, if we want to make sure that everything's good, all right. So the final test or check before you install it on the blade on the saw. This is the guide that keeps the blade straight. There's two of them, one above and below the table. And I'll just show you where they are here on this particular saw. Most of the modern saws today use ball bearing rollers and so forth to keep the blade in line. But right here there's a little holder, and we have these different sizes depending on how thick the blade is. There's one in the top, and then there's one right down there. So depending on the thickness of your blade, not the width, but the depth of it, how wide the blade actually is, whether it's 3/8, half inch, quarter, whatever. You want to match up the guide, and these happen to be carbide guides, so they're the different thickness blades. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. It was a kind of a short one. I don't tend to make short videos very much. They seem to all run so long. But this one here is short and sweet. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. P.S. I thought I'd show you how you roll one of these things up into a more convenient format. But usually what I like to do is just, you can do it a couple different ways, but usually if you just take and turn it, flip it over, it just flips into a simple little 3 rings. So 12 foots now, about 18 inches or so. So that's it. Bye.